In this video, I'm going to share with you a story about how we helped an attorney named Tony. He does personal injury and Social Security disability. I'm going to teach you how we helped him double the number of new clients that he got without spending more money on his marketing and without even getting any more phone calls. The thing you have to understand is that your intake system, the way that you handle your law firm's intake and the phone calls that you receive, is one of the most important functions of your law firm. So in this video, we're going to talk about 3 keys to intake where even using just one of these could double, triple, or even more your law firm's revenue. So the first key to intake is never ever let your calls go to voicemail. And the reason you don't want this to happen is because whether or not someone's situation is truly an emergency, it's an emergency to them. Look at it this way. Let's say that your toilet is overflowing and you call a plumber. And you call the first plumber, they got great reviews, and you get their voicemail. It says, "Hi, this is Bill the plumber. Leave me a message and I'll call you back." Are you going to A, leave a message and wait for that plumber to call you back, or B, hang up before you even get to the beep and call the next plumber in line? 99 out of 100 people are gonna hang up and they're gonna call the next plumber. Well, it's the same thing with your law firm. Most people are not going to leave a voicemail. That's why it's super important that you have a real live person answering the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, if that can't be you, then hire an answering service. Hire some sort of answering service to answer the phones for your law firm. Now, every once in a while, despite the fact that your staff is on it and you have an answering service, every once in a while there will be some sort of glitch and the call will still go to voicemail. Now, we've tested lots of different voicemails for this exact situation, and we've only found one voicemail message that actually works and actually gets people to leave their information. And that message is, "This is Attorney John Smith. I'm unable to answer the phone, but I will call you back within 5 minutes. Leave a detailed message with your name, phone number, and what's going on, and I will call you back in 5 minutes." Now, both you and I know that you're not going to be able to return that call in 5 minutes every single time. However, that is the only thing that we have found that will actually get people to pause and leave their information. It's the expectation of a follow-up. And I've always said it's better to act first and beg for forgiveness later when you actually have their contact information and maybe you could still get them on the phone than somebody who just hangs up and doesn't even give you a chance. Now, the second key to intake is that all calls, emails, text messages, direct messages on social media must all be responded to within 15 minutes, ideally within 5 minutes. And the reason why is because 50% of people will hire the first vendor that they talk to. So what that means is that if you can act with urgency and be the first person that most of your leads contact, then 50% of them will hire you simply because you were the first person that they talked to. So 15 minutes is okay, 10 minutes is better, 5 minutes is great, 2 minutes is amazing. Get that number as low as possible and you will get more clients, I promise you. Now, before I tell you the third key to intake, I want to tell you a story about our client. This is the client who we helped him double his revenue without increasing his ad spend and without getting more phone calls. We do marketing meetings every single month with our clients, and we review what we did, what we spent money on, what we did for their marketing, and then we find out how it actually impacted their law firm. I was meeting with this client one month, and before I got on the phone, I was reviewing his website analytics and I was reviewing his telephone logs because we use CallRail so we can see how many phone calls they got from the previous month as a result of our marketing. Now, one thing I noticed is that he had a lot of calls that were 1 minute in length or shorter, and that was really weird because he had never had that before. So I pick up the phone, I dial his number, and I call him so that we can have our marketing meeting. Immediately, I'm greeted with one of those phone trees, those press 1 for this and press 2 for that and press 3 for this. And I figured out what the problem was. People hate phone trees. Let me ask you a question. How much do you like calling your bank? Nobody likes calling their bank. They hate calling their bank. So your clients hate that exact same experience. So the second that they hear the phone tree, they immediately hang up and they call another attorney. So I talked to my client. I said, "Listen, you got to get rid of the phone tree. There's all these 1 minute calls because of the phone tree." And he's like, "No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that." And I was, "Yes, it is absolutely that." So I made him a bet. I said, if you get rid of the phone tree and you have a real person answer the phone and you don't get twice as many clients next month as you did this month, I will not only pay for your phone tree, but I will also pay for your marketing for the next 2 months. So he said, deal, you're on. So he got rid of the phone tree, and lo and behold, doubled the number of clients he got, actually more than doubled the number of clients he got the next month. But here's the cool thing. He didn't get like a serious increase in phone calls, and we didn't have to spend any more money. The only difference was that he had a real live person answering the phone. So if you want to make more money for your law firm, the simplest thing you can do is squeeze as much juice out of all these leads that you're getting. And the easiest way to do that is to focus on your intake. Make sure that your intake is as solid as possible. These are the 3 keys to improving your law firm's intake. Even just fixing one of these will rapidly grow your law firm. If you implement all 3 of these, then you will not recognize your law firm. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will talk to you soon.